welcome to the Fucking Boys podcast. I'm making it too sing-songy, and that's why I wanted to go. Bow, 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 bow.
I get it.
Anyways.
I like the way that you still did it anyway. You're like, I'm going to stop doing it.
Yeah, I'm still doing it. I'm trying to keep doing it. Welcome to the Fucking Boys podcast. I'm your host, Gunnar Cain. I'm here with...
Zak Rector.
Okay.
Did you forget my name?
No, I wanted you to introduce yourself for once.
Oh, okay.
And then...
when you go off script, you got to let me know.
If I let you know, then it's on script.
That's a good point.
So, anyways, this is the Bucket Boys. This is a show where we take your topics, we put them in this bucket, mix them up, pull them out, talk about them at random. It's always a fun time. We have a ton of topics.
There's a lot of stuff in here.
There's a lot of stuff in there. So we thank everybody. If you want your topic read on the air, email us at thebucketboyspod@gmail.com. You can also check us out on YouTube, full video available. Rate, review, and subscribe at the Bucket Boys Podcast. You can find us on TikTok at Bucket Boys Pod and catch all of our sweet content also on Instagram at the Bucket Boys Podcast. If you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, rate and review.
I was just getting ready to say, you killed that. And then you shut down.
Yeah, full shutdown at the end is crazy.
It looked like somebody genuinely unplugged your power.
Can I tell you what's been going on?
Let's
My brain is not working very well. So I have decided, so I like to have a drink that I like to have a go-to drink. And in the winter times, I've become a real martini guy.
Okay.
All right. And it's not wintertime anymore.
Yeah. So you got to transition.
So I got to transition.
Okay.
Right? Now, I've been looking for a warm weather, summery drink.
Yeah.
Right?
Sex on the beach is out of the question, obviously, because
married.
the charges.
Well, there's a pending investigation.
Yeah.
So I've been looking for, I like a margarita, I like a Long Island iced tea, but I found this new thing.
Okay.
Called a mojito.
Oh, a new thing called a mojito. Okay.
I don't think I've ever had a mojito before. I've had...
I think I have.
I've had...
That's the one with the mint leaves, right?
Well, there's also a mint julep.
Okay.
Now, Derby season, of course, we mint julep in.
Gotcha.
But I need a regular summer crispy drink.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mojitos has been the move so far? Sounds like it's either gone really well or really bad.
Now, good eye. On both accounts, mojitos are nice AF. Also, I set the camera up totally wrong. Can you see that? That's a bad looking. That's bad. That's bad work I put in. But whatever.
We might need to talk about mojitos. This is the kind of stuff we're going to be putting out.
Dude, this is what's happening right now. I think this angle looks fine, but the camera is not where it's supposed to be.
I'm optimistic that... See, the whole reason I put this laptop here is to cover this. And I'm thinking, based on this angle, I might be covered up.
You might be covered up.
So this might be the new norm.
But also, I'll tell you, I really hope it's running. So if this is audio only, it's the mojitos. Okay? Now listen. Let me tell you what's in a mojito.
Yeah, please. Because I don't...
It's a lime.
I know mint leaf.
Lime? I had to buy what are those crushy things?
A lime press?
No. You put it in a
a muddler?
Muddler.
I don't know if that's what it's called. I know you muddle it.
It is called a muddler.
Oh, okay.
So I bought a muddler for this. Because I had a mojito at Casa Bonita.
Oh, okay. That's where
this is how this happened.
Gotcha.
And I was like, good God. Yes.
You know, people come tour the studio sometimes. If you ever want to come down and tour the studio, please let us know.
Let us know. You can have a tour.
I'm happy to give you somebody else's address. But But anytime somebody comes in here, they're like, trash guy, how you not making that? Well, I challenge you, come down here yourself.
It's hard.
We'll go 5 for 5. If you outshoot me,
which is likely.
You can tell your friends about it. I don't know. But
so I buy a muddler.
Okay.
Right? And so you put a lime and mint. Muddle that shit up.
So you muddle those together. You're good.
I'm good. There's only so long I can go before I start cussing.
If you ever want to see clean comedy, guys, come on down and check Gunnar Cain Comedy.
I do bleep all my videos.
You do a good job of it, yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude, I am dropping out.
So you muddle the lime in the
So you
mint.
put a half a lime. Let me tell you exactly how to make this.
Okay, let's have it.
You put in a little glass.
Mm-hmm.
Now, keep that in mind.
Okay, small glass. Bigger than a shot glass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're all right.
So you put... Dude, I'm not doing okay.
It's all right.
Okay, so you put a quarter of a lime
Okay.
in the glass.
Gotcha.
And then 10 mint leaves.
10 of them.
10 mint leaves.
Okay.
Not hard to get 10 off a mint stalk. Okay? Then you model them. I mean, you model them, dude. Okay? You want it fucking twisted and model it.
So we're pulverizing.
We're hurting the lime. Let me tell you that. I know that for a fact. So you got to injure the lime. And then you put the other quarter of the lime in, which now you have a half a lime.
Now you got a half a lime.
Then you put the other quarter of the lime in, and you just take the muddler and you press it to get the juice out, but not hurt the lime.
So just, as the dentist would say, you're going to feel some pressure.
Put some pressure on. Then you fill the cup up with ice.
Uh-huh.
Then you put 2 ounces of simple syrup in.
Okay. What's simple syrup?
I don't know.
Okay, say it. Just sweet?
Sweet.
Okay.
Sweet, thick liquid.
Sounds like a sick-ass punk band.
Sweet, thick liquid. And then an ounce and a half of white rum.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. You with me?
So far we got 10 mint leaves.
10 mint leaves.
Half a lime.
Half a lime.
4/8 of a lime. Sorry. Sweet, thick liquid.
Sweet, thick liquid.
And white rum. And some ice.
And some ice. And then you top it off in a little cup. In a little a rocks glass.
Gotcha.
Then you top it off with club soda.
Ah, okay. So we're getting some bubbles.
Yeah, mix it up.
I was wondering where the crisp was going to come in, because you said you like a crisp,
It was crisp.
cool drink.
It's clear. It's crisp. It's refreshing.
Minty.
Minty. Limey.
I do like mint, and I do like lime. I feel like I've had a mojito before, but I don't know now.
Well, here's what happened.
Okay.
Then you mix it up and you enjoy. But they're so good.
But they're so good. They sound good.
They're so good.
Yeah.
So then I was like, well, it's a lot of work to make one.
Yeah. So let me make a picture.
I'm going to be honest with you. That probably would have been a better move. I'm going to be honest. It probably would have been a better move. So what happened is that I moved from a rocks glass to a highball.
Okay.
Okay.
To a Stanley.
I moved to a pint glass. And I was like, okay. Ain't no thing.
So at that point, you're just doubling all your
I just doubled
ingredients. Yeah.
The problem is
twice as sweet thick liquid.
twice, dude. Twice as much. 2 times sweet.
That's a lot of sweet thick liquid.
I know. And so the problem is they're so good.
They're so good.
They're so good. And the reason I say it would be better to make a pitcher is you start making something in a large quantity and you're like, golly, I'm running through this ingredient, right?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, I could have used some help on this because I didn't realize how much rum I had gone through.
That was the one ingredient you weren't paying attention to.
That's the only one I was like, God, I hope I have enough simple syrup.
So you were basically you were using a lima drink.
Yep.
A whole lima drink.
Yep.
Probably a whole mint stalk.
Let me back up on the lime.
Okay.
It's a quarter of a lime per drink, so now I'm using half of a lime per drink.
Well, I thought in the rocks glass you were using half of a lime.
That's where I got mixed up. I'm using half a lime per drink. So you cut it. I messed that up.
Okay.
So you cut a quarter of the lime. You cut it in half and then in half again.
Yeah, that's how you described it the first time.
But then I forgot a half again.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So you're doing eighths.
I'm doing eighths.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So a quarter
either way,
of a lime per little drink. Now a half
a lime per drink.
Per drink, yes.
So you're probably through 4 limes at this point.
Buddy?
Try
6 limes.
Was this after you got back from Colorado?
Uh-huh.
It was your first day back from Colorado.
Uh-huh. Full day, yeah. First full day back.
Yeah. And you were like, you know what?
Had to go grocery shopping.
Casa Bonita changed my life.
Yeah. I was like, that's my new summer drink.
Yep. Googled the ingredients, got everything you needed.
Yep.
And you were like, you know what? Let me get enough for the next 2 weekends.
Mm-hmm.
And how many of those ingredients are left?
Well, the limes are almost gone, I'll tell you that. Oh, buddy. This sounds sad. I went through a half a bottle of rum. Half a bottle of rum.
It's so good.
It's so good.
How is it my fault when it's that delicious?
Dude, I called you. I called you. I didn't even tell you I'd be
Here's where it's my fault.
You should have told me to stop. No. Dude, bro. As my 10-year-old daughter would say, bruh, listen.
Bruh.
Bruh, listen. Oh, my God. Yeah, so got a ton. You'll be happy to know I used almost no sweet, thick liquid. Turns out.
Was the sweet, thick liquid taking up too much space in the glass?
No, I put the amount I was supposed to in. Turns out the bottle's huge, and it's not that much.
So you ran out.
I have a ton. I'm almost out of rum. I'm almost out of limes. We got 2 things of mint, thinking that would be the thing that gets overused. Nope. Got a ton of that.
Did you forget to put the mint in as the day went on?
I was counting my little heart out, buddy.
I feel like the mint really makes the drink.
Mm-hmm.
Mint and lime combination sounds good.
So good. And so then, yeah, dude, I'm just struggling. And so, okay. Let me tell you about it. Just 1 second, I'm partying. I'm calling people I ain't talked to in months.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about you. I miss you.
How'd I get your number? You don't remember writing it in the yearbook?
Here you go through. Let's see what the colonnade of 2006 says. That would be funny. Did you have a great summer?
I did not hags at all, by the way. I just wanted to see how your summer went.
No hags here. How did that? Yeah. How was your late 2001 summer? Tough. It was tough.
Do you ever look back at your yearbook and look at like who wrote what in it, and then think about where that individual is now? You're like, I can't believe I was friends with this loser.
I'll tell you what, everyone who wrote Love You Lots OD'd eventually.
Maybe it was a you problem.
Yeah, it could have been me. No, so...
Love You Lots.
They're dead now. So, I'm 87 mojitos in. I'm calling people. Dude, I'm wandering around the neighborhood talking on the phone.
You know what's funny? Can I interrupt for a second?
Sure.
We were talking on the phone when you were on your way here today.
Yeah.
And we were just shooting the shit.
Yeah.
At that point, you know, just two bros just chatting.
Yep.
Well, I think we both do the same thing now after hearing you say that.
Wander?
I was out wandering around.
Yeah, you can't talk if you ain't walking.
Yeah. So I walk all the way around to the front door of the house.
Yep.
And I saw that there was a package. So I was like, oh, I might as well grab that, you know, multitask. And then you might remember, I was like, oh, hold on, my wife's calling me. And I switched over and I said, hey, what's going on? She's like, what are you doing? I was like, what do you mean? She's like, I see the Ring camera go off at the front door, and then I see you walking around the back of that. What are you doing? I was like, oh, I was on the phone. I don't know what to do when I'm on the phone.
It's true. I got to walk.
But as soon as I said I'm on the phone, she was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because she watches me do it all the time.
Well, my wife's like, it's like every time you're on a phone, it's with the Secret Service. I've never heard you have a phone call.
Oh, you walk away from everybody.
I leave the house. I go outside.
I agree with you because I think it's rude to everyone in your space.
To have the conversation. Yeah.
Because what do you do? What do you do if somebody else answers the phone? You're like, all right, well, let me turn the TV down.
Yeah, you got to adjust.
And now I'll sit and wait until you're done.
Yeah, and I know myself, I will listen to your conversation. I will straight ass listen.
Yeah.
You want me to be rude? You do it to yourself.
No, I'm with you. I walk away, not because I'm trying to be secretive at all. I just don't want to inconvenience anyone around me.
Right. So I'm talking on the phone. I've walked 8 city blocks. Just
87 mojitos in.
I got a cold one in my hand right now, you know. Hey, neighbor. I've never said that in my life.
Everyone you call is like, what's that? It sounds like ice clinking. What's going on over there?
No.
Sounds like heels dragging and ice clinking. What are you walking around your neighborhood with mojitos again?
Well, this is my first time.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, dude. And then they all just hit me at one time also. So I'm walking
8 blocks away from home.
Where am I?
Babe.
Somebody call my wife?
Can you come get me?
Oh my god.
That's when you call a friend on your phone. And you're like, hey, can you call my wife?
On your phone. Yeah. Can you call my wife for me? Yeah. Well, what's so funny about this, right, is we had to go grocery shopping because we haven't been home in forever. So we're going grocery shopping. I was like, I'm going to run to the liquor store. I'll drop you off here. I'm going to run to the liquor store. I'm going to pick stuff up, come back, park. Well, I'll meet up with you, and then I'm going to pick up the rest of Mojito stuff.
Naturally.
Salt, of course. So I'm in the grocery store. I get the stuff. I asked, the lady helps me with the nice lady at the ABC store. Shout out to her. Got me hooked
She was
up.
like, this is the white rum you want.
This is the one you want.
Yeah. Here's your sweet, thick liquid.
Also, over the weekend, I got a whiff of Clase Azul.
Oh, that tequila. Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the white ceramic bottle.
Uh-huh. You know how much that is?
It's outrageous.
$600.
My sister-in-law's husband collects the bottles, but he doesn't drink.
Well, they're pretty bottles. Now that I've seen the bottle, I've seen it at like 18 different places as a display piece.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I get it.
No, they are beautiful. And the cool thing, I'm just a kid at the end of the day. We had a bottle of it somewhere. I forget where. Donald Trumping over here. But the metal It's
topper.
a cork.
Yeah.
But if you pull it off just a little bit, it makes a perfect ding.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's like a bell. Ding.
Oh, you can make a bell out of it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I don't know if it's designed to do that, but
It works.
I flicked it for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Can you stop?" I was like, "Sure can't."
The other 24 you're flicking your bean. Anyways, listen. You're getting me off track.
Sorry.
I'm drunk in public talking to people who don't want to talk to me. I'm hey neighboring everybody. And it all hits me. I get back home. It hits me. I was tricked by the mojitos.
How so?
It was fiesta, 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 fiesta. Bam, fiesta here. Bam, fiesta here. Walk in the house. Major siesta. Crazy siesta.
Do you think maybe it was your inability to understand the difference between F's and S's at that point?
Dude, it was not good. I fell asleep on the couch at like 7 p.m.
The whole family's sitting there watching TV.
It wasn't good, dude. Oh my God, I woke up 85 times. I did not feel good at 4 a.m., I'll tell you that. I was like, golly. And so I gotta go. I had this crazy headache, and I go out to the kitchen and get some medicine and an ice pack. And I'm looking over at the bottle of rum, and I was like, I'll be back tomorrow.
I'll come find you again.
Don't you go anywhere.
We're not going as hard next time, but
I only got a few fiestas in me tomorrow.
you poor thing.
Oh my God, dude! I had so much.
You got
mojito.
You got mojito tricked.
I got mojito.
You know what's funny? I bet there's people listening right now that are just like, yeah, rookie
I know
mistake.
it. Rookie. You can't fuck with the mojito like that.
And somebody was like, yep, that you go with the pitcher. That's the trick right there.
Pitcher, so you know how much you're fucking up. Oh my God! Oh, it was tough, man.
I'll tell you what, man.
I'm mojito crazy. That's my summer drink now.
That was a roller coaster of a story because you had the anticipation and the excitement.
Thank you.
Of the new drink. That's
I know.
the greatest thing ever.
I'm so excited to have mojitos, and now I'm so afraid of mojitos.
Do you remember when Wild Turkey American Honey came out?
Yep.
Talk about summer.
Uh-huh.
That was a good time.
You ever mix it with just ice and a little bit of water?
I couldn't have the cap off without it being on my lips long
you're
enough.
Just straight up drinking it.
Yeah, to get it into a glass.
Dude.
I did mix it with Sprite once. That was a nice little
good?
combo. Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I put
also-
water in it, and it tastes like just wet honey.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, well.
I do also remember the day that I was like, well, no more of this. First make of the day. I like it. Good work.
Call me Smuckers because I be jamming, dog.
Can we show the camera? This is not good. Anyway. No, but now that we're talking about it, I want some American honey.
And you're not a liquor guy.
No, but now you mention it, like American honey on the rocks
Yeah.
would be pretty fucking good.
I know.
Yep.
You want to go get mojitos?
I'm afraid of mojitos.
I would love a mojito right now.
I'll be honest with you. You got me scared of mojitos.
No, everybody, I'm not promoting drinking. We don't promote drinking on the show.
No, don't do what we do. Don't worry about that.
A little behind the scenes action.
That LimeWire video finally finished downloading.
From 2003.
I started downloading it 4 days ago.
Just as a Russian diplomat has access to all our banking records all of a sudden.
So are you still on mojitos? You still is?
Oh, I'm all.
It's
I'm
still
all,
a yes.
Yeah.
All right. I like to hear it.
Yeah.
Your first date went a little crazy.
Well, I should.
Yeah.
You need to know what you're getting into on the first date.
There's nothing better than waking up in a dumpster after your first date.
All your money's missing. You gotta have a bottle of clear Captain Morgan sitting there.
I'm just picturing you in the kitchen opening a bottle of aspirin, and that bottle just catches your eye out of the sitting on the counter.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'll come back. We'll do this again.
Give it a little wink.
Yeah.
Blew it a kiss.
I remember last night.
Dude, I was laying there. Miserable. And I was like, oh, is this what they mean by after dinner drinks? Is that you just have a couple after dinner, not with dinner? That's why people shouldn't drink with dinner, is because dinner lasts so long.
Well, you started after breakfast, it sounds like.
No. You want to know what the crazy thing is? Just take a wild guess when I started drinking mojitos.
6 p.m.
Nailed it. From 6 p.m. to 7:30.
They're so good.
They're so good.
So in 1.5 hours.
I had way more than one drink an hour. Then they're all doubles.
Yeah.
Because it was taking too long to make them. Like, could you imagine if I was drinking little rocks glasses, how long I'd be in the kitchen for?
I love your justification process.
Oh, my God.
I would have spent so much time on my feet.
I woke up so drunk at like 8:15.
So in the course of 2 hours and 15 minutes, you went from sober, this is going to be fun,
Yeah.
to what the hell just happened?
Yeah, but also still having fun. I don't think I went to bed till... Actually, I don't really know when I went to bed.
You were still in vacation mode, too.
I was way in vacation mode.
Like, how long had you been off the plane at that point? Because you got in Friday evening, right?
24 hours.
Okay. Yeah, it takes a couple days to get out of vacation mode. Especially with...
No, not even 24 hours. 12 hours.
Yeah. Shit. That's something I think women can do pretty well.
And Friday, by the way, is when we went to Casa Bonita.
Ah.
So Saturday, I was back on the tracks. Friday was crazy.
Friday, I remember.
Friday was crazy. We went to the Denver Broncos Stadium, toured that, then we went to Casa Bonita, and then I went to the MVR bar.
Yeah.
Saturday, no, that was Thursday.
That was Thursday, yeah, because I was working.
Friday, we went and got on the plane. Saturday morning, I was
gathering ingredients.
I was right at the shop. And I was like, you know what? I quit my job.
How many times during this mojito bender did you say out loud, I'm doing comedy full time?
None. I knew I couldn't afford the mojitos. That's now the goal, is when I can afford unlimited mojitos, I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm full time in that bitch.
I get it, man.
Dude, it was crazy.
It sounds like you had quite the experience.
Yeah. Mojitos for life, dog.
Well, I'll just have you know, I've got mojito ingredients on their way.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It's about to be a fun afternoon.
Oh, my God. I can't wait. I love mojitos. Do you really?
They're so good. No.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
But we can make it happen.
Yeah, let's get some mojito ingredients. I want to have one.
There's a shout out to last week, which some of you guys wrote in and told us that we got the 14th Amendment wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what Constitution you're reading.
It was definitely women's suffrage.
But you saw us look it up. So.
Well, what did they say it was?
Citizens' rights or something like that.
Oh, all for it.
Yeah, all for it, but
Also, women's suffrage.
yeah, yeah. Women are always suffering. That's what it really comes down to.
Listen to what we're talking about.
You're not going to believe me. Women's suffrage. I'm not lying.
Shout out to it.
Shout out to women's suffrage. Are we saying that properly?
Suffrage.
Yeah, but are we shouting out the suffrage?
The suffrage movement? Yeah.
Okay.
Sister suffragettes. You know how I know about this?
Mojitos?
Mojitos. No, they're from, well, they could have been a real thing. I really don't know. I wasn't alive then, but from Mary Poppins.
Ah.
And the mom.
Your favorite movie?
Yeah, it is actually one of my favorites. Dick Van Dyke's dog. And,
Chitty Bang.
yep, he's in that too. And, anyways, the kid's mom was a suffragette.
Ah, okay.
Sister suffragette. That's what there's a whole song in the movie about it. Now, I don't know what they were singing about, but it wasn't the 14th Amendment, apparently.
We kind of covered this last week. So
Yeah.
I say we just yank another one.
Pretty cool poll, though.
Yeah. We support women in all their rights. They should have all of them. Here we go. Here's a good transition. The 69 position, good or bad?
I think 69ing is a young person's game.
I think it's a young person's game. I think we all had the vision in our heads at one time of like, that's going to be my whole life. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do that forever. And then it happens. And you're just like, oh, this is what this part of my lover looks like.
I'm fine. It's a young person's game. Everybody's got to be as tight as possible.
Yeah.
You can't just be 6'9" and everybody. I'm gonna be honest.
Talk about all-time pucker moments too. I mean, you're not focusing on what you should be focusing on.
No, and who's on top? Who's on bottom? Really?
Here's the thing. Let's take me for example, right? Mm-hmm. I shouldn't be on top of anything.
No.
But especially not a 69.
No.
That's a horrible idea.
Maybe a 70, but dude, a 69 it's a young person's game. It's not for the faint of heart.
Yeah. Everybody's excited to do it for the first time, and then once you're in it, you're like, okay. This is really just a fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a position that I can't do.
Yeah.
It just reminds you of how gross your body is.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not a good time.
Gross. All right. How is that a good transition from women's suffrage? Because they're suffering.
Yeah.
Have you ever found a 4-leaf clover? This is a pretty good... I like these kinds of questions. No. And fuck 4-leaf clovers. I don't think they're real.
Oh, really?
I've never seen one.
Ugh.
You ever found one?
Excuse me. I found a couple. My mom is really good at finding them.
I think people who are good at finding them are just people willing to look.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
It takes some effort.
Okay.
It takes some time.
It's not like she's lucky or anything. She just
Yeah.
will spend the time.
She'll
to
spend the
find-
time for sure.
She'll clear a clover field out.
Oh,
looking
for sure.
one. Not
yeah.
me.
Yeah. No,
I grab a chunk. I go.
just none of them.
Yeah, it's not that fast.
Yeah. But
Might
yeah,
be
she
six
used to.
in there. I don't know.
She used to find them all the time and like.
Press them
Yeah.
in a book.
I don't know if they were ever in a book. They were just
What would you press them in?
wax paper.
You can do that.
I don't know.
I thought you had to press.
I was thinking of
books.
something kind of transparent.
I thought you had to press them in books. Yeah, I thought you had to press. Why do we press? Why do we make flat flowers in books?
I don't know, man. To remember that time?
Of the book?
No, of the flower.
Yeah, but why do we use a book if we could just use something else?
Oh, I don't know.
The book's not important.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know either.
You're asking deep
Have
questions.
you ever? What's the meaning of the book? You've never found one?
I found a couple.
You have?
Yeah. Just because Mom was out on her clover hunt.
Sure.
I had nowhere else to be, so.
Sounds like a liar and her liar son. That's what it sounds like.
You gonna talk about my lineage?
My lineage.
Call my mom a liar 3 more times. See if I don't get upset.
She was a suffragette.
Whoever wrote this in, I'm gonna need you to unfollow.
No. Is it bad? Does it say Bucket Boys? Why do the Bucket Boys suck?
It might as well.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
It says go birds.
Go Birds.
Yeah. Every team deserves their time.
No, go Birds. Also, I like to say go Birds to the Orioles. So
Okay.
I like to say go Birds.
Fair enough.
I see the Orioles, I say go Birds.
Yeah.
I see the Eagles, I like go Birds.
I guess we could apply it to the Capitals.
You could go Birds to Caps,
Yeah.
but they have their own thing.
CAPS, Caps.
Rock the Red.
Well, rock the red.
Yeah.
Let's go Caps.
Go Caps, go.
Go Caps, go.
Grade 8.
Grade 8. Crosby sucks.
Yeah. Fuck the Penguins.
Yeah, fuck you, Pitt. Yeah, we got
We got a lot of stuff
Yeah.
already. What did the Orioles have anything? Go Birds.
Yeah, I don't know.
Gunnar Henderson.
Yeah,
Dog.
Number
2.
Man, what a crazy rough start he had
I know.
last year, and then he turned it on.
I know. And he's incredible.
It was very cool to see because he was very. It was an anticipated start,
Yeah.
and it did not start well.
No, he's a dog though.
Yeah.
Gunnar Henderson rocks.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. Yeah. The devil. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's talk about the devil. Satan himself. Have you ever seen the show Lucifer?
Yeah, so when it first came out, I was stoked on it because I thought it was going to be pretty cool and intense, and then it just became like a love story,
Yeah.
and I didn't like it.
Oh, I loved it.
I got pretty out of it pretty fast.
Oh, I got pretty into it the whole time.
Yeah. I just don't like, it's always got to be a heartthrob dude.
Playing Satan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's how I know we're not Satan.
Look at us.
We're not the devil, dude.
Yeah. Satan doesn't have a beer belly.
No.
I'll tell you that.
No.
And we got those for days.
Yeah, all of them. All the days. 365 days I have beer belly.
Yeah.
And
never
I've
turn it
lost
off.
weight. It's crazy.
Yeah. It is crazy. It's crazy when you achieve weight loss
And not shape loss.
and you still look in the mirror and you're like, "Bleh."
I do say I do talk about that in one of my jokes.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I like it.
Fuckers. The devil. You got anything on the devil?
I don't. There's some cool songs written about him.
Got some deals to make with him. I tell you that.
Let's
I'd be happy to. For the record, I would make a deal with the devil.
I was just about to ask.
Absolutely.
What would that deal be?
Name it.
What's the
Name something, and I will say yes or no.
picture of mojitos right now?
Yes.
Just one picture. Not lifetime mojitos, just
A picture of mojitos right now.
I think everybody would make that deal for something.
For mojitos? They should.
Something.
Dude, they're so good.
Like something is tempting enough for everyone to make that deal. It's just a matter of what it is. Write in. Let us know.
What would you make a deal with the devil
Yeah. What would you sell your soul for?
for? Mojitos. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Front row tickets to Metallica.
Front row tickies.
I wouldn't want front row to anything. I'm of that age now where I don't want to be in the mix especially like a metal or rock concert.
Dude, give me a seat.
Yeah, I love a seat.
I like to watch these like fancy.
I like a lawn seat even better.
No, give me an actual chair, and nobody's allowed to stand up and dance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just that's what I would make a deal with the devil for, is make all concerts sitting only.
Sitting and silent.
Yes, and appreciate.
Yeah.
Yep, and clap at the end of the song, and they'll play a next song. That's what I would be into.
I'll tell you a good concert to go to if you want to sit down and have people just appreciate.
The opera?
Is any kind... No. Those people go nuts, man.
Do they?
Stay out of the pit at an opera.
Oh, damn.
No, I don't know. But
you look like you wouldn't know what an opera show is like.
I look like I wouldn't know? Mm-hmm. Good. However I can keep that look up, let me know. No, but like any kind of like reggae style concert is a good time. And because everybody's stoned.
And they're just sitting around.
They're just hanging out.
Bopping their head.
Yeah, we went to, it was Sublime with Rome, Slightly Stupid, Atmosphere was there, and there was one other band, I can't remember the name of the band, and it was at Meriwether Post. That was one of my favorite concerts I've ever been to.
Yeah.
And we did get seats pretty close, like we were right behind the pit, maybe like 5 rows back. That was one of the better concerts I think I've ever been to, and it because of just how chill the whole environment was.
Is it if you see Sublime, you see Slightly Stupid?
I think that's kind of the deal now.
Forever, right? It's always been Sublime and Slightly Stupid because they're whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
Whatever.
Wherever one goes, the other one's
there.
Not far behind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
it's always Slightly
fantastic.
Stupid with Sublime, or it's Sublime with Slightly Stupid.
That may be the case. I don't know, but I felt like we were lucky that day because it was a good show. Slightly Stupid closed it out, and I'm not as big a Slightly Stupid fan as I am a Sublime fan.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel bad getting up and leaving like middle of their set.
Yeah, I don't think I know Slightly Stupid songs.
There's a couple songs that you'd recognize.
I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
Somebody said that to me with oh my God, The Grateful Dead. I didn't know a single one of them.
Yeah. That's another concert I feel like is just smoke-filled air, even in an outdoor venue. Which at Meriwether, as you know, we've been there together. Mm-hmm. It's outdoors.
Fucked up.
But
in public.
Yeah. But during that concert, it was like midway through Sublime's set, and I was like, I think I'm high. Mm-hmm. Just from being here. It was just it just filled the air. And there was we constantly saw people like getting hit by security, like, hey, put that out. But you would also see a joint make its way down an entire row.
This is a throwback from another episode, from our last episode, but they're still at Casa Bonita.
Delete it right now.
Delete it now.
Yeah.
They're still at Casa Bonita. How did Slightly Stupid get here? I don't know. I thought we were in Maryland. We're still at Casa Bonita, dog. I got on a plane. We know.
Yeah. In Casa Bonita.
Inside of Casa Bonita.
Yeah, but it seemed like their rules on weed in public weren't too strict. Basically, don't hold it above your head, and you're fine.
Yeah, don't be like, I got it.
Yeah.
Anybody want some of this?
Yeah. It was funny though because I was drinking beer at the concert, and when I noticed like, oh, I think I'm secondhand high as hell right now.
Sure.
I was like, ooh, this just hit hard. And I got up and I looked over at my wife and I said, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. She's like, okay. And I took 2 steps and she was like, are you okay?
Go hitting dabs in the bathroom.
Yeah. And the walk back was an adventure.
Dude, I am so fucking at it.
What are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to... I know now's not the best time to be doing this, but I really wanted this eraser.
Oh. Fair enough. We're just trying to do a show here.
Sorry. I I just wanted to. I like erasing stuff
That's fine.
while I'm talking.
But yeah, if you want to go to a concert with a pretty chill environment, I'd highly recommend that.
Sublime with Slightly Stupid.
Yeah. Or any Atmosphere show. They're always a good time.
Atmosphere.
Yeah. Don't go to a metal show if you want people to sit down.
Oh, no, dude. I like a metal show, but...
That's like all we've been going to lately is metal shows.
Metal?
Yeah, because their tickets are cheap, usually. Last year we went to Jiffy Lube 3 times in 1 week last year.
Damn.
It was a good time. We saw, was it 3? Either way. I know we were there 2 days back to back. Mm-hmm. One day we saw Mudvayne with Guar, Nonpoint, Butcher Babies. It was a great show. Mm-hmm. But they didn't sell enough tickets, so the lawn was actually closed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so everybody that bought tickets actually got seats.
Oh, dope.
And if you bought lawn tickets...
You got a seat.
Which is what we bought. They were like, if you guys want to go down to the pit, you're more than welcome.
Oh, that's cool.
And even the pit wasn't completely full.
Well, because everybody who's into Guar is too old to be...
Yeah, well, Mudvayne was the headliner.
Fighting.
And I think a lot of people kind of expected Mudvayne wasn't going to be good because they didn't tour for a long time.
Uh-huh.
In my opinion, they were incredible. The lead singer, Chad Gray, he's gained a little bit of weight and he doesn't look like he's doing great. And there was some video like 2 or 3 years ago when they did their first tour that he just didn't really have it anymore. But he got back into it and it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. But yeah, that was a great show. And then the very next day, we were back at Nissan for Post Malone. Mm. That one did sell out.
Yeah, and he's got the best Oreos on the market right now.
I wasn't a fan.
Me and my daughter, we love them.
They're so sweet.
Fuck!
Ooh, In-N-Out. In-N-Out burger. Yeah, no, that Post Malone show was really cool. It was before the country album, so I really enjoyed it.
I can't believe I missed that.
I can. You're too busy thinking about mojitos.
I love a mojito, dog.
Apparently.
Sympathetic sneezing?
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Sympathetic sneezing? So like...
I just thought about sympathetic yawning, and then I yawned.
So like you're sneezing because somebody else is sneezing?
Yeah. You ever heard of this?
Nuh-uh.
Me neither.
First time.
You sympathetically do anything?
So here's the thing.
Yawn. I'll yawn.
If you yawn, which you just did, and I'm surprised I didn't, because normally if I see somebody else yawn or even hear it over the phone, I get the urge to yawn, and there's nothing I can do about it.
I'm getting ready to yawn again for you.
I'm going to look away. So you asked if I sympathetically do anything.
I couldn't stop it.
And here's my problem, is I don't know the difference between sympathy and empathy. So I might.
Oh, so empathy is where you share the emotion.
Due to past experience?
Could be, yeah.
And sympathy is just like, oh, that sucks.
You're accepting of the emotion that they're having.
Okay.
You can be sympathetic and then base your actions around how that person's feeling.
I feel like I try to do both.
Sure.
You know?
It's
just be understanding of what people are going through.
not sneezing.
Not sneezing. That seems crazy.
Real piece of shit, you know?
Honestly,
I've never heard of sympathetic sneezing.
Sympathetic sneezing sounds like you're jealous that somebody else is getting attention right now.
I want to be blessed.
That's what I think that sounds like.
Pretty good take.
If you got to sneeze, go for it. Do it all you want.
Do you.
I'm going to hang out over here.
Downwind, please.
I might be jealous because I do love the way a good sneeze feels.
Oh, my God. Nothing beats a good sneeze, a good burp, and a good fart.
A good, deep burp it can't be
It
beat.
releases.
I will say,
your body.
this is going to be. You're going to look at me funny because most people do, but another great feeling is getting that fat booger out of your nose.
Oh no, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them dried up thicky boys.
Yeah.
Oh.
You feel it just break loose. And you get it
just
out.
like, and especially like if it's like if it's, you know
just
what I'm talking about?
Clung on.
It's clung on.
Yeah.
And you're like,
yeah. Yeah.
God.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you agreeing because most people act like they don't get boogers.
Dude, getting a good, especially a hard booger.
Yeah. It is this weird thing where people act like, well, I don't pick my nose. I don't pick my nose.
Yeah.
Look, nobody's saying you eat it. I feel like that's like the mindset.
Go-to. I don't pick them because I don't eat them.
Yeah.
That means you definitely eat them.
So you got boogers in there from when you were 7?
That's great. Oh, I take a tissue up there. No, you don't.
No, you don't. You loser.
You don't.
That's like people that say I go to the bathroom just to fart. Get the fuck out of here. The other day at work, I was walking down the hall, and you know how like you have a burp come out of nowhere, and So I was rounding a corner in the hallway, and I had one of those burps come up, and I was like, once I get around this corner, I'm gonna blow it out of the side of my mouth.
Sure.
And some guy was coming around the other way, and we almost bumped into each other. And I was,
oh no!
I wanted so badly to say, "Oh, I'm sorry," that I just right in his face. But I masked it with like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man." So I know he was probably like, "Dude, that guy's breath was kicking."
Got a brush, dude.
Yeah,
dude, it is crazy. I don't smell them. I don't smell burps, but goddamn, my wife will get on me immediately. She's like, "That's gross," and I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about." I have some burp smell immunity, thanks to modern science.
The mojitos burned your nose hairs so much.
That and 2 cases of COVID.
Yeah.
Burp all you want. Burp all you want, ladies.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's been a couple burps that I've smelt in my life that were like, oof.
I don't think I've ever smelled a burp.
Oh, I thought I had a burp, but it felt like I was going to puke.
Oh, those are bad.
Yeah.
Those are bad. All right, I think we got time for one more.
Yeah, let's do one more.
Let's do one more.
Is it me?
Your turn. This has been a hot app.
I like how you tell people that it's been a hot app. This one's crumpled. This was written in with some anger. Trump's tariffs and isolationism.
Listen.
Listen.
I don't know how any of the tariffs work.
I don't either. I just know people keep complaining about it.
And I really don't know how to spell isolationism.
I mean, it doesn't sound great.
Yeah. But
I don't know.
I don't know what any of it is.
I'll be the first to admit. Well, I'll be the second because you already did it. But
I already did it.
but I don't know enough about it to speak on it.
Yeah.
In a knowledgeable sense, I'll say. Because I could speak on it, but somebody's going to be like, oh, you're wrong.
I don't know what tariff,
You don't know what the 14th Amendment or tariffs are, you idiot.
Sure don't.
Blissfully unaware isn't a horrible way to live sometimes.
But let's talk about pregnancy scares.
Okay. That's not a time you want to be blissfully unaware.
No.
You remember that show, I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant?
Yeah. Yes, you did. I had no idea. I thought I was just getting fat. No, you knew you were pregnant.
Yeah, pregnancy scares are no joke. Do you remember your first pregnancy scare?
Yeah, he came out.
When your son was born? So mine was about the same age.
Yeah?
It was with the person I lost my virginity to.
Nice.
And so my friend John and I used to hang out all the time. And I told him about it, and we went and bought pregnancy tests.
I'm just saying, buddy, I don't think John could get pregnant.
No. It was a different situation.
Sure. It wasn't that time.
But when we got back to the house, he was like, I want to pee on one of these and just see what it says. So he did, and we were like, oh, it was just a joke. John is peeing on it. And he threw it in the trash can in my house in the bathroom. Never thought anything of it. Well, my mom...
You didn't realize the importance of a pregnancy
my mom
test?
Didn't quite think that joke was that funny.
It's not a good joke, buddy. I'm just going to put it out there, not a good joke.
Yeah. So, yeah, then that became a whole thing. Luckily, that wasn't the case, but... Yeah.
Wait, that was your pregnancy scare?
No. It was with
you had a legit...
Yeah, with the girl that I was dating at the time. Like, there was a situation there that we thought, oh, God.
It's called sex.
Let's talk about sex, baby.
That's the situation you were in.
Yeah. So then, that turned into a whole thing, but...
Most doctors call that a vagina.
Which John didn't have.
It was this whole situation I was in.
But do you know how hard it was for me to convince my mom that the pregnancy test she found in our bathroom trash was
John?
Genuinely my friend John peeing on it just to see what happened?
Now, did she know that you almost got this girl pregnant?
She found out in that moment because she was like, why do you have these? And I
you had to break. That's how she found out. But you were like, legit, this isn't it. That's even worse because his said no.
Yeah, yeah.
And now there's a second pregnancy test with unknown results floating out in the world.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But also, like, my mom and I had a great relationship, so I could be honest with her and just be like, yeah, look, that's the situation. It certainly wasn't as simple as I just made it sound. It was a whole ordeal, but...
Sure.
We got through it. It was all good. So your first was
Gavin,
your son?
Yeah. Shout out to him.
Shout out to him.
He's a rock star.
Golf pro.
Hey, no big deal.
No big deal.
Yeah. So I never really had scares. I had
pregnancies. I ain't scared.
Keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we had Gavin.
You got two great kids. You got a beautiful little family.
I had sex 2 times.
I believe it.
I wouldn't. I'm not sure that I did that.
Sex is when your lips touch, right?
Yeah. I've kissed her twice. I know that.
I'm potent, buddy. Woo! She still to this day won't let me kiss her again.
No. You know what happens.
For those of you at home that don't know, this was a hot ep.
This is a hot ep.
I say we wrap it up.
Close this out. I want to shoot another one.
Oh. Close it out? Should we shoot first?
Yeah, I want to shoot first, and it'll take you longer to close the show out than it will.
Oh, okay.
Time to drink this.
I'm nervous.
I know. That's why I asked you to
I've
do it.
opened it once. Thanks for joining us here on the Bucket Boys podcast. We always appreciate you coming along for the ride.
I've been Gunnar Cain.
That was a good shot.
Nice.
That's a good way to close it out.
That's a good close out.
Double makes.
If you want to send some topics into the show, email us at thebucketboyspod@gmail.com. Check us out, full video at the Bucket Boys Podcast. Watch our clips on TikTok at the Bucket Boys Pod and IG the Bucket Boys Podcast. On Apple Podcasts, rate, review, subscribe, leave us 5-star reviews. Super help. Zach, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Zach Shoots. Just move on.
You're not even looking at the camera.
I know. I'm mesmerized by the sound waves.
Oh, Zach _Shoots_. You can find me at Gunnar Cain Comedy everywhere. And
all platforms.
All platforms. And until then.
Grindr especially. He's been blowing up on Grindr lately.
Yeah.
He doesn't know he has a Grindr. But
Well, that's it. All right, Zach, let's get out of here.
Yeah, I'm so full.
Are you?
Yeah, smoke cigarettes, shirts off.
Bye.